believe what you're saying about they need to be trained. I think we've been doing that. I'm not a socialist or anything like that, but I believe that there should be a government department that take a lot of the complex nature of running a building off a volunteer committee. And no offence to, there's a lot of good committee people, and because a lot of them don't know. So I'm talking about the long-term maintenance plans, the budgets for those long-term maintenance plans, which is discussions at the moment under the Unit Titles Act and that sort of thing. That should be run. You should, a board which should control New Zealand for a Unit Titles Act, and they should have an engineer, they should have a lawyer, they should have financial, an accountant, something like that. Right? And that's a body that just takes. They're not responsible. They run your building in this part. Committees can choose paint colours for the foyers and create the community and do those sorts of things. So these important instructions would come down from them and say, this year you are going to paint your foyers, please choose a colour. Those guys don't do that. But they go, here you go, this is what we're going to do. Oh no, we don't want to do that. No, you have to.
No, you have to do it. We said you have to.
Because it maintains the building, Brady, right? And it doesn't turn it into a derelict squat in the next 5 years.
Professional committees would be like a massive step forward, I think.
It'd be fantastic.
And it might be that it's a combination. It might be a public-private partnership type thing where you have, like consultants. You have, say, one or two members of the owners group that sit on that board, just so that they are aware of what's going on, but then they also have to report back to their own actual committee. But someone making the decisions independent of some of these more emotional thinkers. Man, I think that'd be the way to go.
So you look at the what was that crowd that took over the harbour, North Shore, the building. They just came in the paper the other day. That
Spencer.
They took the lawyers to court.
And they won.
Well, there you go. So that poor committee has probably been doing that for 5 years, possibly. They'll be buggered.
I think it was a bit longer, but it was that was a hell of a case, and that should put a whole lot of lawyers on notice about. Man, we need to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's.
But it should never happen, right? So that whole building where it has some issues, we'll get this over here to run that stuff. Run the remedial works and that sort of thing. A government responsible body that looks after all the buildings, and they have a sort of a format or a template, for a simple word, of how each building works, so it's uniform. Helps us.